So you're looking for a jewelry sales training course? Well, you've found the right video. This is part number 10 of our 10-part jewelry sales training series. And in this part, I'm going to be talking about how to practice everything that we have covered in these 10 videos. Now, if you did miss out on part number 9, make sure to click the link up here on the corner of the video as well and watch through part number 9 before watching through this video as well. And if you have not met me, my name's Levon and I'm the owner of this YouTube channel, Crew Goes Digital. Here I'm focused on bringing you techniques, skill sets, and personal development tips to help increase your success and your sales within the luxury retail industry. Not in decades, not in years, not in months, not in weeks, but right now. So consider subscribing to the channel if you're in the luxury retail industry or you're looking at getting into this industry as well. But why should you really be listening to me? Well, I was a port and shopping guide on board. You have tray after tray of settings to pick. This is the Levian around for a shopping emergency. Royal Caribbean and celebrity cruise ships. I'd be the person people would go to on board to ask them, where should I go shopping in the next port that we get to? And if you haven't been to the Caribbean, it is full of luxury stores, luxury brands. It is a tax-free shopping haven. So you find so many options when it comes into jewelry and fine timepieces down in that area of the world. And that was what I would do for 8 to even sometimes 10 months of every single year. And this is where practice became so important, because every single week there'd be 3,000 to 6,000 new people coming on board the ship, and I can't just practice with that one opportunity. I might have to speak to that one person. I need to practice before speaking to those people. If I practice before speaking to those people, I can make so much more impact when I'm actually speaking to the person that has the ability to spend the money there. So what's going to be covered in this video? Number 1, we're going to be talking about voice recording. Number 2, we're going to be talking about video. And number 3, we're talking about role play as well. And let me know, do you practice any of your process? You know, if you're working within the luxury sales industry, if you're working within the sales industry overall, how do you practice? Comment down below in this video and let me know. And let's begin. We're going to be talking about recording first. So voice record yourself simply with your phone. You know, go through some of the closing techniques that you have learned. Maybe some of the closing techniques that you've learned through this video, or some of the closing techniques you currently use. How often do you record yourself and then actually listen back to yourself and critique yourself? Do this. This is huge. If you haven't heard how you're closing, then maybe you don't know why the customer is not saying yes. Then objection handling as well, stories too. Think about the stories you tell to romanticize a certain piece or a certain design. Have you recorded that story and listened back to yourself saying that story? You know, critiquing yourself is huge, but it's even better if you can critique yourself and then write down what you would change as well. So it's getting it just out of your mind and then onto paper as well. And then the critique might not even be from yourself. The critique, you might even ask the person that is working in the store that you're in, or maybe the person that you know that is the best salesperson outside of the store that you work in. You know, ask that person for critique. You know, send them your recording and ask them, you know, what would you do that would be different? The more critique you can get about it, the better. Like, the more feedback you have before you're dealing with the customer in front of you is going to improve your ability to be able to close that sale with the customer there. Next part is video as well. Your body language, your facial expressions say so much more than just your voice alone as well. Have you recorded yourself saying, you know, would you like to purchase this today? And simply seeing, you know, how does your eyes look? How does your nose look? You know, how do you express yourself? Is your expression quite, you know, dull and sad like this? Or is your expression quite more on the happy side like this? Are you a little bit tight and tense when you're talking to the customer as well? Is everything up here quite tight in your body? Or are you quite loose and relaxed as well? You know, like great, yeah, like, totally, buy it today. Why not? Right? Record yourself. This makes a huge difference. If you watch it back over, you can analyze for yourself some of the things that are quite subconscious. The way you move your body and your body language isn't something that you generally think about when talking to a person. So a lot of this is going to help, a lot of you recording yourself is going to help to bring some of this up to your attention so you can actually fix it if it is a problem as well. So as I said, you know, this is when talking about body language though as well. And then let's move on to part 3, which is role play. This is totally freaking mental. Your manager is a moron if your manager is not getting you to role play. right? You need to be role playing. But when you role play with a person that you don't normally talk to. Don't role play with your work buddy, your friend that you have there at work that you always are, so great with and everything. Role play with someone that could be coming from a totally different perspective. Maybe you're one of the youngest people there that works in the jewelry store that you're working in. Role play with the oldest person there. Role play with the person that's been there for 20 years in that one store. As well, role play with someone that can really teach you something from a different perspective. And when role playing, there's no point of you being nice to the person that you're role playing with. You want to be harsh with them. You want to be harder on them now in the role play, so then when the customer's in front of them and they find it easy to be able to deal with that as well. Because think about this, role play like a commission check is on the line. Role play like, you're losing $100 or you're gaining $100 if you do good role play or bad role play, because the reality is you really are losing a commission check or you're gaining a commission check based on your ability to role play. So do this as well. Role playing really does help. It makes a big difference. And this is why I also have created a Facebook group as well. This Facebook group, it is connected to my Udemy course as well that I've created, but the Udemy course might, by the time you watch this video, be shifted over onto a totally different website though as well. So you'll find the link for that down in the description here of the video as well. This jewelry sales training course is going into depth, it's going into details when it comes into objection handling, closing questions as well, and 47 different gemstones telling you the stories that help to sell these gemstones as well, and the correct cleaning practices for each one of them as well. So make sure to check that link out down here in the description, and the Facebook group that I've created that's connected to Crew Goes Digital. There's a link down in the description for this as well, because if you don't have people you can directly practice with as well, find someone within this group. Find someone within this group and start practicing with them as well. The more you can practice before stepping in front of that customer, the more of an impact you can make and the more customers you can then end up helping. So practice is essential. And of course, make sure as well, subscribe through to this channel, subscribe to Crew Goes Digital, and click that bell icon. When you scroll on down, click the bell icon next to the subscribe button. This way you'll be notified when the next video is up on the channel and ready for you to see.